DUI and DWI penalties in the U.S., understand the repercussions Part 1. The consequences of a DUI conviction differ from state to state. Any crime that is committed falls under one of three categories: infractions, misdemeanors, or felonies, with felonies being the most serious offenses. Driving while intoxicated is a felony or misdemeanor offense in each of the 50 states. There are a variety of potential punishments that can be imposed on the perpetrator for each type of offense. Penalties for felony and minor offenses often differ in that the maximum sentence a convicted person may receive in prison, the kind of prison they'll be transferred to, i.e. a local jail or a state penitentiary. In most circumstances, a misdemeanor has a maximum sentence of 1 year in jail while felonies need a minimum sentence of 1 year in jail. A misdemeanor conviction in some places entails detention in a county jail, but a felony conviction necessitates incarceration in a state prison. Depending on how bad the crime is, many offenses can either be misdemeanors or felonies. A first-time DUI offender, for instance, who did not clearly harm any other road users, would probably face a misdemeanor penalty, whereas a repeat offender who caused injury or property damage may face felony charges. The criteria that determine whether a crime is a misdemeanor or a felony vary by state. Every state also has a variety of misdemeanor and felony classes, each with its own set of potential penalties, such as fines, community service, and jail time. Depending on how much harm was done to other individuals as a result of the offender's acts, an offense will fall into one of several classes. Different states' DUI penalties. Except in cases when the offender has 2 or 3 prior DUI convictions, DUI charges are typically classed as misdemeanors. As the offender has repeatedly shown a disrespect for DUI rules and has not complied with corrective measures, 3rd or 4th crimes are often treated as felonies. A DUI arrest may become a felony if certain additional aggravating circumstances exist. For instance, driving while intoxicated and carrying a minor passenger automatically results in a felony conviction in several states. The following information, which was derived from the Texas Penal Code, provides as an illustration of the probable DUI felony and misdemeanor penalties. DUI first offense for underage drivers. A Class C misdemeanor that carries one or more of the following punishments: an up to $500 fine, 40 to 60 hours of volunteer work, license suspension for 60 days, 30 days of occupational license ineligibility. Second-time DUI, drivers under 21. The following punishments may be imposed for a Class C misdemeanor: an up to $500 fine, 40 to 60 hours of volunteer work, a license suspension for 120 days, 90 days of occupational license ineligibility. Third offense of DUI, drivers 16 and under. The following punishments may be imposed for a Class C misdemeanor: an up to $500 fine, 40 to 60 hours of volunteer work, a minimum 180-day suspension of your license, a possible juvenile court referral. DUI, third offense for drivers age 17 to 20. The following punishments may be imposed for a Class B misdemeanor: a maximum fine of $2,000, 40 to 60 hours of volunteer work, license suspension for 180 days, eligibility for an occupational license that has been fully revoked. Up until the offender becomes 21 and can be punished as an adult, any subsequent offenses will be handled at the same level. This would result in a DWI charge rather than a DUI charge in Texas because the latter is only applicable to children.